You are looking at what I call Botswana. I start with a song. I never knew you would favor me this way. I never knew you will honor me this way. Oh. Never knew you would favor me this way. Honor me this way. Glory to you. I want to start the prophecies word of knowledge, August 11, 2024. Be careful so that you don't fall victim to insurance fraud. The same also applies to your auto electrician. Recommending changes to mechanical parts. That person is a fraud. Go back to your normal auto electrician. Of course, the reason why I've titled this Botswana is because, I see a vision of Botswana as a model of democracy and free speech, where people can actually, express themselves, where governance is going on smoothly. I know the West has always had this particular view of Botswana, but this is now a spiritual view, and that's why I've titled it Botswana. But we can also learn some things. Of course, if you look at Teboho and his colleagues at the recent Olympics, they made us proud, not just as Botswana, but also as Africans. But let's go to Psalm 126, verse 1. When the Lord brought back the captivity of Zion, we were like those who dream. Then our mouth was filled with laughter and our tongue with singing. Then he said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are glad. Bring back our captivity, O Lord, as the streams in the south. Now, don't forget, this is about the Jews. They had been in captivity. They were now returning. But they were not happy because the rest of the land was still not filled. And that's why you see this reference to streams in the south. So they wanted God to make sure that the entire land is filled with the people that are able to go back to their lost glory. Also bear in mind, historically, the black race was on top at a particular time, but we're lying prostrate and we've been flattened. And I think titling this as Botswana will really help because we really need to be models of free speech democracy where we are thriving and flourishing. I mean, the entirety of the black race. You see riots in Kenya, a bit of, that also in Nigeria because we've been taken captive by people that do not have the progress of the continent at heart. And so this should be our heart cry, that, this prosperity and flourishing will be all over the continent, where we are in the forefront of the gospel because particularly if you look at Europe, you can see that they really want everyone gone. And we need to make our country and our continent habitable, where God is lifted up, where human rights is respected, and where we flourish with leaders that have the fear of God.